Hey, what's going on? Thierry Alexander here from thierryvalexander.com. Today in this episode, I'm going to share with you my SMART goal setting method, which is going to help you with your mind, body, and professional goals. Goal setting is one of the most important aspects to remain focused towards your desired outcome. In fact, the recipe for disaster, stress, and no result is to lead with no plan at all. So what I can tell you from a personal point of view is that after planning, reviewing, and doing, as well as failing many times over the years, is that this SMART goal setting tool that I'm going to share with you is one of the most powerful ones that you can come across. So if you're new here, consider to subscribe, because every single week I come up with a new video and a free resource that I give to you in order for you to be empowered in your own way. This week, because we're talking about SMART goal setting, I thought of creating a SMART goal setting roadmap so you can see how I'm setting my own goals and also follow a template for you to set your own goals as well. What is the SMART goal setting tool? It is a great tool making sure that your objectives and aims desired are achievable and trackable with tangible data. It is one of the most powerful tools that we can come across, but unfortunately, it is not used as much as it should. And what it does is that it supports your vision, your clarity, and it also provides you with transparency about yourself while giving you light bulb moments. You might also wonder, what does SMART mean, right? SMART is an acronym, as you might have guessed, and it stands for specific, measurable, agreeable, realistic, and time-based or time-bound. All those areas are where we're going to dive into. In each section, I'll try to give us some example about health and wellness and professional. In the first one, specific, the more specific, the better. And the type of questions that you may want to ask yourself to clarify the goal that you want to go for are the following. In health and wellness would be, what is the ideal weight that I want to be? Or how many times per week do I want to work out? In the professional area, it could be, how much money do I want to generate on a monthly basis? Or how many clients or business partners do I want to attract on a weekly, monthly, or yearly basis? And in each instances, the questions that might help you dig a little bit deeper is the following. Why is that goal so important to me? Why exactly do I want to achieve that goal? And that helps to really unpeel the onion a little bit further and ask thyself, okay, what is it that I really, really want? And the more you ask that question, the deeper to the core of it you're going to get. The second section is measurable. So you want to make sure that you have a point of reference to measure your progress, where you started from and where you're going to. For health and wellness, you could use different tools such as a scale, and you could use also a piece of clothing that you want to wear, or something that you can refer to that you are able to wear right now, but you don't want to be wearing anymore. You want it to be larger or smaller if you want to gain muscle. It depends on the case that you are in. And something that I quite like as well is a before and after picture. And yes, there are some people that are not very comfortable taking a before picture when they haven't achieved their goals and they feel, like very shy in front of the camera. But I assure you that every single one of my clients that took a before picture, they were delighted when they achieved their goal, because sometimes the number on the scale is not necessarily reflecting what is happening. And some people would get deflated and, demotivated because they don't see the progress on the number which is showing on the scale. But when we see after a few weeks, the differences between where they were at on the before picture and where they are already at right now, even before achieving the optimal goal, then all of a sudden they realize that yes, they made progress. So that is an amazing tool to use. For the professional area, something that can be useful is having a little booklet to track every single numbers that you want to refer to. So for example, if you want to increase your income, your turnover in your business, then write where you are today, and then on a daily basis, weekly basis, or monthly basis, even yearly basis, depending on the business that you are in, you can go back to this and see if you're progressing or if you have more to do and more action to take. When I was giving the example of how many clients or business partners do I want to attract in my business, that's another thing that you could put in your booklet and see how many you have today and how many you said you want to attract in a certain period of time. And as you go along, see if your ratio is actually matching what you are trying to achieve. Then we've got the agreeable part, which is the most amazing part of it, and in my opinion, one of the most powerful part of the SMART goal process methods, because this is where I always recommend to have an accountability partner, because it has actually been proven that 65% of people are most likely to achieve their goal if they have a friend to refer to, or a colleague, or someone to give them regular input of what they have achieved and what they have done. And in fact, it's also proven that when people are meeting that accountability partner on a regular basis to review the goal, to replan the strategies, etc., then they increase the chances to achieve their goal, their optimal goal, by 95%. So this is awesome, having someone that can put you on track and give you some maybe advice as well along the way on what to do and where to go and who to see and connect with. So this is a really great tool not to neglect. And the reason why I firmly believe this is a powerful tool, it's for two main reasons. The first one being that as human beings, we don't want to disappoint. And as a second point is that we don't want to feel as a failure. So having someone to refer to is absolutely powerful. So go and find an accountability partner and you will do yourself a favor. The fourth point of the SMART goal setting method is the realistic area, making sure that you have something which is tangible and that you can achieve, and you're not going to get demotivated very quickly. So how can you make sure that your goal is realistic? I'll give you an example. If I would tell myself, okay, I'm going to start going and work out from tomorrow because next week I want to go to this bodybuilding competition. The chances are I'm going to fail, right? Because giving myself a week to achieve such a goal, to be on a stage in front of other people that have been trained for a year or so to be presented the way they are, I'm setting myself for failure here. And the same if I was saying, okay, I want to be a millionaire tomorrow. That's unrealistic. So it is really important to make sure that the goal is realistic with the time frame and when it started from as well, from when you started taking action towards that goal. And the final point is the time based element. And that's very linked to the fact of being realistic or not. You want to make sure to have a starting point and a deadline date. So you can track your progress, and also making sure that you have enough time to achieve that goal that you're setting yourself. So making sure you have a starting date and have your tools to be able to track your progress, and have a deadline where you can see, okay, I've achieved that, and did I achieve my goal or not? Now, in the time frame, you don't want to beat yourself up, right? What I would say is that even myself, when I started creating my blog, this website that you're on right now, I gave myself a certain period of time to finish the blog setting and being able to start blogging and giving this content to you. And well, what happened is that along the way, there are some hurdles that happened, some events. I had to, give my focus on some other areas. And my goal went a little bit further, and I've achieved the end goal a month later than I initially planned. So it is important not to be too harsh on yourself and to have that deadline, but not to make it like, if you're not achieving it on that date, you're a failure. You want to make sure that you review and replan as you go along. And if the date needs to be changed, then so be it. So in conclusion, the SMART goal setting is a very powerful tool, which unfortunately is underused. But if you implement it in your life for your health and wellness and your professional area, then you will be empowered and you will have 95% chances, as the study says, to increase the achievement of your goal. So what is the SMART goal in conclusion? It's being specific, making sure that it is measurable, that you have an accountability partner to agree on your goal and make sure that it is realistic, as well as time-based, so you can track your progress. And remember, I have created a free resource for you to take, and this week, because we talked about the SMART goal setting, I did create my SMART goal setting roadmap, so you can see how I'm planning my own personal goal, and then you can use the template to also set your own goals personally. So did you get value out of this video? I really hope you did, because I really put my heart and energy to provide you with content which hopefully you enjoy and that is helping you also. And if you did get value from this video, then just smash the share button, send this content to your people or your colleagues, your fellow entrepreneurs and your fellow busy professionals, so we can all empower each other. Finally, if you're on my YouTube channel, then you will have a link below this video somewhere, which is to direct you to my blog onto this episode, which is thierryvalexander.com/3, which is the episode number 3. And you will see below that video on my blog a yellow button where you can download the free resource for you to use. Have an awesome time and see you on the next episode.